Tomorrow, the city of Houston, the Houston City Council is expected to take up water bill relief, and many of you have been calling our Grace White for help.
She's here this morning with a preview of the changes that we could see at City Hall and answers to the questions you are asking. Grace, good morning.
Good morning. The number one thing people have been calling me about right now is high water bills. So this morning, we wanted to answer the questions that so many of you are asking us. Rebecca wrote, I went from an average of a $20 to $40 water bill to receiving a surprising $833 water bill back in October. She says, I was told I could submit a leak adjustment request form, which I did, but I never heard back. Rebecca, we recently sat down with the director of Houston Public Works, Carol Haddock, and we asked her these questions about how long it's taking them to get back to customers.
Another problem.
So it has been a heavy load. I will freely admit that. But I will tell you that the initial call that we are on average less than 10 minutes hold time for that initial call when somebody calls into the call center. And more than 90% of the calls are resolved in that initial call. It may be 2 or 3 days before you actually have an individual agent email or speak directly with you about the account that you're talking on. And then many of these things to resolve, it is going to take weeks. It may even take a couple months to get through the whole thing.
Here's another question from Carla. She wrote to us asking, I've been following the report on the water bills, but what they are not telling us is what they're doing to reimburse all the customers that have been overcharged. Here's a few options if this is the position that you're in. There's a few refunds you can apply for. One is called an exceptional circumstances adjustment. There's also something called an unusually large water bill credit. And if you're not sure which one, you can call the customer services line. Their number is 713-371-1400, but it's really important to remember you have to call. These are things you have to request and ask for and make sure they know that you need to be put in that queue to get these applications done.
Time consuming, but very important step. So why are people getting these high water bills in the first place?
We asked Director Haddock that question. One of the main things she talks about is aging infrastructure, aging meters. There's a specific part of the meter that she says needs to be replaced all over the city of Houston. But right now she says they don't have enough manpower, so they've been estimating more bills, which is leading to this confusion.
Now, unfortunately, the mayor, he says his hands are tied. We've been talking with Ugochi Aloka, who's been covering this story for us before you stepped in this morning. Can you give us a refresher on what that proposed plan is?
They'll be talking about it, you're right, at City Council tomorrow. The mayor says the old ordinances have kind of tied their hands, so they want to revamp those ordinances, possibly voting on them tomorrow. But the whole idea is to basically clean up the billing process and give more people options to get these readjustments, which is basically money back in your pocket.
Okay, well, hopefully they can do just that if they're saying it. All right, Grace.
We'll be watching.
Yes, thank you. And if you have a problem, Grace can help. Send an email to gracecanhelp@khou.com. You can also call 713-521-HELP, or you can also reach out on our website, khou.com/gracecanhelp. We'll be right back.